Understanding history. What is history? History means it is the study of past events. It is the recording and analysis of experiences of a society comprise the totality of a people's history. According to Nick Joaquin, history as culture is not merely a chronological reconstruction of the past or an analytical interpretation of past events, but a process of creation or a formation of culture, specifically a national culture. In analyzing history, the use of correlated disciplines is necessary to understand the reasons and consequences of human actions. There are theories could explain how and why events happen in societies. According to Arnold Toynbee, the challenge and response theory, based on the idea that man responds to the situation placed before him, his actions based on his thoughts. The society's way of facing the challenges depending upon its capabilities uncovers pattern of the society's history. Mankind's approach in coping challenges determines history. History reflects the progress of civilizations and societies. The failure of a civilization to survive was the result of its inability to respond to challenges. Alvin Scuff, The Exchange Theory, refers to the systematic statement of principles that govern the exchange of goods between individuals, groups, organizations, and even nations. Based on the idea of reciprocity, alliances of the people, communities, as well as nations are rooted in the idea of interchange. Example, barter system. It is used in business transactions because there was no currency during those times. They have already their domestic trading among barangays and islands, and also foreign trade in China, Japan, Sham, now Thailand, Borneo, Sumatra, Cambodia, and other islands of old Malaysia. George Wilhelm Hegel, The Role of Historical Man. It is an idea is the moving force of history. Man has a task to do so that events may happen. Follows a principle which he called Weltgeist or world spirit, which embodies ideas like patriotism, heroism, and unity. Since historical individuals are ideals and man follows his ideal. For example, Japanese invasion. Karl Marx, The Materialist Concept History or Economic Theory. He was the German philosopher. He asserts that the prevailing economic system determines the form of societal organization in the political and intellectual history of the epoch, which does attribute actions and events in history to economic motives. For him, human interrelations depend on the material conditions of their production. The struggle to maintain life is the most enduring motivation for any human activity. For example, centuries of trade and personal relations with Southeast Asian neighbors led to the enrichment of Filipino life and culture. During the Spanish colonial era, primary motives for vast exploration of lands were for gold, God, and glory, but the main incentive was for economic reasons. Ferdinand Brodel, Method of Historiography. He was considered the father of historical structuralism. According to him, human actions are not only based on human decisions but also on structures that may be natural, like topography and natural resources, or man-made, like existing laws and technological devices. The introduction of new technology literally transforms societies and thereby history. To achieve total history is to integrate all aspects of man's past. This involves the study of history in its total view, made possible by examining the circumstances underlying such political, economic, social, and cultural events. According to Jose Rizal, history offers the key to national identity and the basis for future development. For Teodoro Agoncillo, he was considered as the father of Filipino nationalist historiography. He wrote the conditions of the Philippine past by analyzing the conditions of the masses. His efforts in writing history, like other contemporary historians, were reactions to the traditional presentations of Philippine history being colonial and elitist. For Renato Constantino, Philippine history is a people's history. History is the recorded struggle of people for ever increasing freedom and for newer and higher realization of the human person. Philippine history is a story of struggle. For conclusion, history can serve as a guide to present and succeeding generation in facing the challenges of the times. By projecting the people's aspirations, a people's history will enable us to grasp the direction of the country's development and identify the factors that hinder real progress. Thank you for watching.